What is up, everybody? It is Og here, back with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the recent survey that Blizzard just sent out. So in case you guys missed it, Blizzard sent out a survey yesterday to some select people, basically asking about their feelings about Burning Crusade, but they also asked some interesting questions in that as well. So shout out to my Twitch chat for reaching out to me, letting me know about this, and shout out to these guys for making this post on Icy Veins so I could basically see what the questions were. So you can see the questions here, and I'll have the descriptions down in the comments down below. But basically, as a summary, they asked if people would like Burning Crusade. And so I think that a lot of people would say that. But then they started asking some really interesting questions. And at first glance, I was kind of just thinking, okay, these are just standard questions, and whatnot. But then I started thinking about it a little bit more in depth. And I think this poses a potential insight into what they might be thinking for TBC. So the second question here says, thinking about your main WoW Classic character, would the character you create on this new Fresh Start realm become your new main character, or would you play this in addition to your main character? So I'm not sure if these are just out of order, because there was another question asking about a Fresh Start realm and if people would play from, level 1 again in WoW Classic. So I'm not sure if this is saying, your main character goes to BC and then would you play this Fresh Start realm? Or if this was actually the second question and it follows the classic version of the Burning Crusade. Because if it was the second question and it follows, would you like a classic version of the Burning Crusade? And then they start talking about a Fresh Start realm, that would kind of lean towards Blizzard doing Fresh Start realms for TBC. So this would mean no character transfer, no gold transfer, etc. Personally, I do not like this at all. I think that so many people have sunk so much time into their classic characters and getting Scarab Lords, even getting, rank 14s, huge time sinks, not just with raiding alone and things like that, that I think people should have the opportunity to transfer over their characters. If the gold's an issue, I think that there should be a gold cap and maybe just bring over BOP items so you can't just hoard a bunch of mats and things like that. I would be very surprised, though, if we went full Fresh Start, and I think that a lot of people would probably not be very happy to start from day one. But I'm curious what you guys think as well. And also, what do you guys think about the WoW Classic restarting to day one? Would you play WoW Classic again from day one, or would you migrate over to TBC? I think that this survey kind of brings in some interesting questions about what Blizzard is kind of thinking for the future. And especially if you see here a new fresh WoW Classic realm where the content's reset to day one, or the Burning Crusade Classic, and which would you play? It almost seems like they're debating between the two. And so it's going to be really interesting to see what moves forward. Here's what I personally think should happen, and I want to hear what you guys think down in the comments down below. I think that we should have a, just standard TBC release, right? The content just moves forward just as it would back in the day. And so you can level up your tunes, you can level them up from 60 moving forward, and that's great. But at the same time, I think you should also have the opportunity to do a free character either transfer or copy to a classic only server. So this is locked in at level 60. You can still go raid Nax if you want, you could still go raid MC, etc. Do PvP at 60, whatever you want to do, and maybe have, 5 to 10 servers where that's available, but the rest be TBC. I personally wasn't really thinking about a fresh start for WoW Classic. That's kind of like the seasons approach to Diablo and things like that, but I kind of feel like WoW is too in-depth to have seasons, right? Because of the amount of time sink and the amount of effort that people put into each one of these releases. I mean, it'd be very interesting to see what people think, and let me know if you would enjoy those, but I feel like WoW is too big of a game to do that with. Whereas games such as like Path of Exile or Diablo and things like that, I mean, you can make a new character and get it geared up and then start, pushing through Paragon, and that kind of makes sense. Whereas this is, a year-long process of that. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. I think it's really interesting that they're asking people again. I think this really pushes that BlizzConline is going to have some major information about their next step forward, whether that be Classic, whether that be TBC, etc. So I think that original time frame is probably a good idea. And the original time frame in that leaked Twitter post, or that leaked post from the old Blizzard employee, of March being a beta for TBC, I think is probably hitting in line. And so I'd expect probably a TBC release in the summer if everything holds true from this point. But curious to see what you guys think. Thank you for checking out the video. If it is your first time, Thank you guys for watching the video, and hit that subscribe button and that bell button next to it as well so you guys can know when I go live. Catch you next time.